Hi, I'm Robin Higgins, and this is 3 factors that may alter the action of an enzyme. Alright, so just a quick review on what an enzyme does. Basically, in every reaction, you're going to have reactants and products. And to get the reactants to turn into a product, you're always going to have an activation energy. Something you need to do to raise the energy before you can make your products. And so how an enzyme helps is it provides another pathway, and that pathway has a lower activation energy. So you save this much energy. That means that your reaction can happen a lot faster, or you can do a lot more in the same amount of time. So let's go over some different factors that affect how enzymes work. So the first one we're going to review is pH, or how acidic something is. So if you have an enzyme, they're always going to have an ideal pH. And that's because every enzyme is just a protein, right? Which means that it folds very specifically. It has a very, very specific 3D structure, and it's formed between hydrogen bonds and how everything folds. And it can't be disturbed from that, or else it won't function. So on pH, your enzyme is going to have basically an optimal pH. You want to be right here. This is pH, and this is rate of reaction. And if you change it, make it more basic or more acidic, it's going to not be as effective. So the next way that you can affect an enzyme is by temperature. And this really works the same way. So every enzyme is going to have an ideal temperature, usually whatever temperature it is in the body, wherever it's located, and it has to do that certain task. And if you make it really cold or heat it up, it's going to become ruined and it won't work. And the last one we're going to look at is concentration. So if you have an enzyme, at first as you add more, it's just going to make the reaction go faster and faster, right? Because if you only have one enzyme for every 1 million reagents, they're not going to be able to combine fast enough to make your products. But there's what happens is eventually there's a point where you're adding more and more, but it doesn't actually affect the rate of reaction. And that's because it's completely saturated, right? So if you have 10 enzymes for every 1 reagent, it really doesn't matter. That's not helping your reaction anymore. So these are 3 different factors, pH, temperature, and concentration, that all affect how an enzyme works. Remember, you want to have ideal numbers of all 3 to have optimal efficiency. I'm Robin Higgins, and this is 3 factors that may alter the action of an enzyme.